From golden wheat fields to millions of fresh loaves every day, this is how the world's biggest factories make bread. The journey of factory bread begins long before the ovens, here in the golden wheat fields. Each tiny wheat kernel will soon become part of the flour that feeds millions. The freshly harvested wheat begins its journey toward industrial bread production. From the fields, wheat travels to storage silos, where it awaits processing. Carefully stored wheat must remain dry and clean before milling. Even raw wheat undergoes early sorting before entering the industrial food chain. Now the wheat begins its journey toward the bread factory. Soon these grains will transform into the bread found on tables around the world. After harvest and storage, the wheat arrives at the industrial facility where bread production truly begins. Every shipment of wheat is logged and directed toward the unloading station. Tons of wheat cascade into the intake system every hour. Conveyors carry the wheat deep into the processing infrastructure. Carefully controlled storage ensures a steady supply for milling. Now the grain is ready for the transformation into flour. Inside these walls, millions of loaves of bread are produced every single day. Strict hygiene standards protect the purity of every loaf. Flour moves through the factory in carefully measured quantities. Pneumatic systems deliver flour directly to the dough mixers. The foundation of bread begins with flour and water. Precise ingredient ratios create the perfect dough structure. Industrial mixers knead the dough with relentless power.
Now the dough begins its journey across the production line.
Automated systems prepare the dough for shaping into individual loaves.
Perfectly measured dough portions ensure every loaf bakes evenly. Each portion is rounded to create a smooth, elastic dough structure. Uniform shapes help ensure consistent baking and texture.
The dough must rest, so gluten can relax before shaping.
Controlled temperature helps the dough prepare for its next transformation.
Shaping creates the familiar structure of a bread loaf. Precision molding prepares the dough for its final rise.
Each loaf now rests inside its baking pan. Inside the proofing chamber, the dough rises and expands. The rising dough prepares for the heat of the ovens. Now the soft dough enters the stage where bread is truly born. Inside the oven, heat transforms the rising dough into bread. Expanding gases push the dough into its final shape. The crust slowly develops its signature golden color. Carefully controlled heat creates perfect bread structure. After baking, the loaves leave the oven still radiating heat. Machines remove the bread from their baking pans with perfect timing. Cooling prevents moisture from softening the crust. Cooling prepares the loaves for slicing and packaging. Now the bread is ready for precision slicing. Once cooled, every loaf moves toward the slicing line.
High-speed blades cut each loaf into perfectly even slices.
The slices remain perfectly aligned for packaging. Automated guides position each loaf with precision.
The production line organizes the bread for final packaging.
Sensors ensure every loaf meets factory standards. Automated bagging machines wrap thousands of loaves every hour.
Sealed bags keep the bread fresh for transport.
Every loaf is marked for full traceability. Now the finished loaves prepare for large-scale packaging. Automation now takes control of the packing process. Packed loaves begin forming large distribution batches. Stacking systems organize crates for efficient storage.
Robots assemble the massive bread shipments. Protective wrapping stabilizes the bread during transport.
Finished bread shipments begin their journey through the factory logistics system.
Forklifts move the finished bread into temporary storage. Thousands of loaves wait here before shipment. But before leaving the factory, every batch must pass quality inspection.